Hello to all of my Aries out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you guys so much for visiting my channel and tuning in to this prediction for the upcoming month of May 2019. Like I was saying, if you are an Aries, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, even your Venus sign, you can check as well. This is the video for you if you want to know what could be coming up in May 2019 for you. So before I get started, I do want to say that this is a general reading, so please take whatever it is that you can from this reading, but to make sure that you are intuitively connected while you are listening to this reading, so that the way you'll get those little intuitive hits throughout this message, and those little intuitive hits will be your spirit guides letting you know that this is the part of the message that you really need to receive and you really need to take into account and take into consideration. So make sure that you are intuitively connected. I will be providing a 15-second meditation just before we get into this reading for you guys to kind of quiet the mind, kind of calm the mind a little bit. That way you guys can get a little bit more in tune with your intuition, and that way you guys can get those intuitive hits while I am doing this reading. So I'm going to go on ahead and give you guys that 15-second meditation starting now. All right, so hopefully that 15-second meditation was enough time for you guys to kind of get into this intuitive space to really get connected to the reading. So without further ado, I'm going to go on ahead and jump straight into this reading. So the very first card that I have here for my Aries, Sun, Moon, and or Rising is the Five of Wands in reverse, the Hermit, and the Six of Cups. For my Aries, this is quite interesting because I'm getting the sense that in May, the upcoming month of May here, the energy that you're gonna be feeling for my Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising is all about it's gonna really be this feeling of really wanting to escape, really wanting to be alone. You're probably not gonna feel very much like yourself in this upcoming month of May. Possibly that may only be for a few of you, but definitely for the majority of you, I'm seeing this feeling of just really wanting to escape, really wanting to be alone, because you're really trying to sort out some internal issues, some internal conflict, some internal something that you're really wanting to figure out. And for whatever reason in the month of May, you're really going to feel as though getting alone into yourself is the best way to kind of take care of this Five of Wands here, because this is internal conflict. Another thing as well that I was getting with this Five of Wands very strongly, this could only be for a few of you, this could be for all of you, but another thing that I was getting with this Five of Wands was that you may feel as though you have a lot of different options and they may be overwhelming. So you may feel as though it could be a partner that you're dating. You may feel as though I really like this person, but I also really like that person. It could be a feeling of kind of a lot of different options when it comes to your career. It could be when it comes to what is it that you're supposed to be doing with your life, religion, faith, spirituality. Honestly, this could be in a lot of different areas of your life. This could be multiple different areas in your life, or one where you feel as though you're kind of overwhelmed with the direction that you should take. And I'm seeing that you wanting to get alone is really your kind of spirit urging you and nudging you to, like, hey, like, you need to get alone. Instead of hearing all these different options and all these different avenues that you could take, you really need to listen to your spirit guides. You really need to listen to that intuition, because that's going to kind of light the way. Like, as you can see, this Hermit card here, he's holding this light. Listening to that intuition is going to light the direction for you to take. And another thing as well is the Six of Cups. I'm seeing that you're going to start maybe possibly even romanticizing your past in a sense in this upcoming month of May. You may look back to the past and be like, man, at least I knew where I was going, or at least I knew what I was doing, or I really missed this, or I really missed that, or I really missed this person or that person, or I really missed this situation. This could also be alluding to a move possibly a change in location or a change in your job, a change in your career, some sort of change as well. This could be alluding to for some of you, but definitely the energy that's going to be that my Aries are really going to be feeling for the month of May is this feeling of, I need to really figure this out. I really need to figure this out. And that may be where the past kind of comes in. These past memories kind of come in, and you may feel a little bit of you may feel a little at home because of the past, because like I said, this is going to feel kind of unfamiliar to you. This is really going to feel like kind of unfamiliar territory, which is why I was kind of getting the feeling maybe you're moving or something like that, like actually physically moving. But another thing as well, spiritually, you may be moving. Spiritually, you may be elevating and ascending, or having some sort of awareness. And it may cause you, like I said, to think about the past in a way where you're almost romanticizing it and saying, man, I really miss when things were like this, or I really miss when things were like that. But to really don't focus on your past. You're going to want to, because it's going to feel like home for you. It's going to feel like the only familiar thing it is that you have in your life at the moment. But you got to let that past go and really just embrace the process of what's going on, because this is definitely for a reason. Especially astrologically, what's going on right now. I've been saying that for a lot of my readings now. A lot of the other readings that I've done just recently for all the rest of the zodiac signs in the upcoming month of May, it seems as if there's going to be a lot of kind of people kind of reaching for like that life raft, like just reaching everywhere, like this feels safe, that feels safe, this feels safe, that feels safe, because there's so much that's going to be going on for this month of May, where people are really going to be going through a lot of either internal or external changes. It could be both internal and external changes, depending on how much the universe really wants to change in your life. But there's going to be a lot of changes possibly going on, and it's going to make the past seem very homey. It's going to make the past feel familiar, even if you're coming from a past where it's like you didn't really like the past when you were in the past, when the past was the present for you. But for this upcoming month of May, it's going to almost feel safer for you to remember the past and go back to that place in your mind. But really don't do that. Really try to focus on your future, focus on moving ahead. And that's what's going to keep you out of the traps of the past, because the past can definitely be a huge trap for very many people, because, it can be scary when we are walking this path and we haven't been as far along in the path as we may have gotten. And it can be a little bit scary sometimes, because it's like, I really don't know what to expect here. But that doesn't mean to turn around and run back to where it is that you've come from, So just remember that. Let's just get to you guys' oracle cards here, though, because I've been rambling. The very first card that we have, Raccoon. That's really interesting, because the raccoon kind of talks about taking this mask off and really going at things kind of alone, really taking this mask off and just kind of being you and being yourself and being who you are. And the raccoon also talks about artistry as well. So you could also be an artist or a musician or something like that. Or maybe in May, you might get more into artistry to really bring you that sense of kind of peace and bring you that sense of a safe place. Because like I said, it's going to be much better than going back to the past as a safe place. You're going to want to find something where you can be safe in the present with all these changes going on. And I think artistry is going to be a real thing for you, an amazing outlet for you to really kind of escape. Actually, I actually think that would be great. Another thing that the raccoon says is that it's talented, shadowy, and in hiding. So I'm going to read a quick excerpt for you guys for the raccoon. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issues, you guys, around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. When in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, the raccoon is competitive and a starving artist. To bring into balance, make new work. Yeah, so that's really going to be something amazing and very healing for you guys in the month of May. making new work, finding this creative outlet, really getting back into your creative sense of being. And then I love how the raccoon talks about solving unresolved issues, because that's what I was getting with this Five of Wands here in reverse, is that you're really going to be wanting to escape from this place because you know that there's some things that you really need to figure out. So the next card that we have here is Octopus. It's interesting. Yeah, the octopus is kind of giving me that Six of Cups vibes, because the octopus is all about reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and directions. What did I say about this Five of Wands here? It's going to seem as if you guys are kind of trying to figure out which road you should take, which avenue you should go down. And there's going to be so many different options that you may feel overwhelmed. And this also kind of relates a lot to the Five of Wands for me as well, lacking boundaries and direction. It says the octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. When in balance, the octopus is interested, engaged, and intelligent. When out of balance, the octopus is needy, clingy, lacks courage. To bring into balance, space to oneself, just like the Hermit here, or talk therapy. I love these cards. I love how they just kind of confirm everything. Yeah, so for sure, you're going to be maybe wanting to reach into your past, maybe kind of bringing out an old friend or an old relationship or an old something where it's like, that feels safe because I know that's familiar, but don't fall into the trap of that, okay? Because this octopus is just kind of sitting there waiting to grab you and you really don't want to do that. You know, you really do need to take time to yourself. It says to get this octopus energy into balance, time to oneself and talk therapy. That outlet, finding that outlet during this time is going to be really imperative for you guys in the month of May here, okay? The next card that we have, you guys will never believe this. Don't let your past hold you back. The South Node. So if you know anything about astrology, the South Node is where we've come from, is where we need to get away from because we've come from there. And it's kind of like this karmic place where it's like these old issues, these old unresolved issues that we need to really figure out and get under control over, so that the way they don't pull us back in with this octopus energy back to the past. So important is letting go of your past for the upcoming month of May. My Aries, Sun, Moon, Inner Rising, it's all going to be about letting go of that past for sure. Even if your past has some really good memories, it's all about letting go of that and finding this courageous warrior inside of you that exists naturally in Aries. You guys, my Aries, you guys are natural born warriors. You guys have this natural fiery warrior passionate energy, and maybe you have lost it recently. And like I said, astrologically, with so many signs going into retrograde, it can cause you to feel as though, man, I really need to figure this out and think this through. And my Aries, you guys are really used into kind of running headfirst into battle, kind of being on the front lines there. But this is going to be all about the battle that you're going to be fighting for this upcoming month of May, is really letting go of that past. No matter what the past was, letting it go, focusing on that future, focusing on the journey ahead. The next card that we have here is Kuan Yin, compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Yeah, so really release whatever it is that you've come from. Release it. Let go of the Six of Wands, because it's just causing conflict, because your life and the universe is really ready to ascend you and push you into the next level, but you keep kind of wanting to run back and retreat to this place of familiarity, or retreat back to this place that feels safe and comfortable. But you don't need to do that, because you're heading towards somewhere much better than where you've come from. The next card that we have here is Artemis, guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. See, you're okay. You're fine. You're safe. You're spiritually protected. You're going to be fine. If anything, this is the universe and the spiritual realm pushing you into this place. So you have to know right then and there, I am protected because the universe is guarding me. They're protecting me. You have guardians. You have guardians all around you protecting you. They're pushing you into this space. So you're definitely safe. There's definitely no need for you to run back to this past, to this comfortable, familiar place. The next card that we have, tree, grounding. Yeah. this for me kind of goes back to the raccoon here, really finding a way to have an outlet, kind of creating your own place of comfortability and familiarity. And that's by you kind of tapping into that creative aspect that you have, because you are, I feel as though many of my Aries here, you guys really have a talent and a gift with your creativity and with your mind. And that's going to be a great outlet for you in the month of May. And it's going to bring you a lot of grounding throughout all of this. The next card that we have here, you guys, is not for you. Yeah, let that past go. Let it go for sure. This is almost like screaming, let it go. This is just holding you back. We're trying to push you somewhere that is meant for you, because the past is not meant for you at all. The next card that we have here, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I love that. It is safe for you to love. You don't have to be worried about that. Whatever it is that you've come from, whatever it is that you've dealt with, you're safe. You are safe. This is 2 cards here talking about you're safe. It's okay. You're all right. The next card that we have is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So this may be also something that's kind of getting squared away. Like I said, with this 5 of Wands, you're kind of feeling like, man, I have so many options. I have my past. I have, whatever is going on in my present. I've got all these different options. Which one do I focus on? Well, don't worry about it, because the universe. Don't worry about it, because with the universe, this is all about divine timing. The universe has something in store for you. It's just waiting for you to complete the journey. The universe is waiting for you to come to it. But every time that you get somewhere down your journey, okay, I want you to kind of imagine, for my Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, before I kind of leave here. Well, actually, the last card here is grace. Grace, blessings come to me to set me free. Yes, you need to be set free from your past. I want you guys to look at this, and this is my closing statement for my Aries here, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I want you guys to kind of look at this as kind of look at your life almost as if you're taking like a road trip or something, right? Say you're going from the East Coast to the West Coast, and you're taking a road trip, and you start all the way out the East Coast and you're traveling to the West Coast. But every time it is that you kind of enter into a new state or something, you get this nervous energy of where it's like, this is unfamiliar. I don't really know what this is. This seems a little weird. You kind of clam up and you're like, I want to kind of go back to where I came from. No, because you have to get to your destination, and the universe is waiting for you to get there, to give you all of these things it is that you really want and that you really have been imagining and seeing yourself living. I believe my Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you guys have seen your future self. You guys have seen that. And now the universe is trying to direct you to this place. The universe is trying to say, it's time for you to let go of this past. It's time for you to let go of these feelings of what's going to happen if I go to this place. Let go of it and just trust the universe, because your past is holding you back. This fear, this need to be comfortable, this need to be in familiar territory is really holding you back, and it's time to let go of it. But along the way, you get to keep aspects of yourself that you love, like your creativity, your creative outlets, and allow these things to come through and make you feel grounded, so that the way when you're on your road trip, you're still listening to your favorite songs. You've created like your own little playlist or whatever, not literally, this is just figuratively speaking, but it's like while on your road trip, you still have all of your favorite things kind of surrounding you. So you have like snacks for the road. You still have your favorite playlist. You're listening to your favorite songs, your favorite podcasts, along the way, you're seeing all these new things, but it's like, kind of take these new things in stride. Like, take these new things as like, wow, like I got to see this, I got to experience that. Take pictures, buy souvenirs, really enjoy this process, because you are heading somewhere great, but you have to let go of the past first. And that is what May is going to be really focusing on for you. So this is great for my Aries, you guys. It's really all about trusting. But thank you guys to my Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for checking out this video for your upcoming May 2019. I hope this brought you guys some clarity and some support. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll be back next time. All right, bye guys.